Slightly grease a foil-lined cookie sheet so it doesn't stick. You're going to take 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. If you don't pre-soften it, it's pretty much impossible to spread. Now, I was reading recently about how apparently the human population is literally double what it was in 1970, which means that according to supply and demand, the value of one human life now is about half of what it would have been 50 years ago. So a fun thing would be if somebody told you that you were a worthless human being, you could come back and say, well, technically, you're right. Okay, we're going to put this in the oven for 5 minutes. Okay. That's looking nice and soft. Okay, now we're just going to take one of our bread slices and we're going to start spreading our peanut butter on it. Like so. Then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of jelly. I'm using strawberry jelly, but you can use any kind you want. As a matter of fact, Elvis Presley, the singer, used to use peanut butter and bananas. But that didn't work out for him, though, because apparently when doctors found him dead on a toilet seat, they found 40 pounds of dried fecal matter impacted in his colon. So I definitely wouldn't use bananas. Okay, so at this point you should have 2 slices of bread in front of you, one with peanut butter and one with jelly. If you do not have this, please go back in the video and see if you missed a step somewhere. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 2 pieces of bread and I'm going to push them together to make a sandwich. Now what's going to be tricky about it though is that if I don't do it quickly, the peanut butter and the jelly is going to run all over the fucking table. So I actually recommend taking 2 blank slices of bread and practicing with those just until you get the hang of it. Anyway, here we go. Okay, now finally we're going to cut our sandwich in half. There's 3 methods for this. There's the French and the English. In England they cut it straight across, but in France they go diagonal, so there's 2 triangles left. I like the French version just because I think it tastes better, so we're going to start from the top corner here. Very carefully. Okay. She says she wants to Uber home now.
Sounds like a tasty little snack.
Do you guys also have this thing that
12k
you can,
views. 50k plus views. Alright, follow the rules, fuckface. Tanzoki, welcome back. Northwest Wolf, we got Cam Gordon and Mormon Jeezy, thank you. Skedaddle. Thank you very much.
Hello, Forsen. It's been an hour and a half of God and Weeb videos. Is this going to be a link-only stream?
Bro,
please clarify.
We got 2 fucking retards linking like 10 each, man, before I even was fucking here at the computer, alright? And then fucking retards like you linking, oh never mind, you didn't link anything. Take it back. I got a couple of stragglers though, linking
he
shit
did not
up there,
know what had made him
links.
pour out this stream of rubbish. But the curious thing was that while he was doing so, a totally different memory had clarified itself in his mind, to the point where he almost felt equal to writing it down. It was, he now realized, because of this other incident that he had suddenly decided to come home and begin the diary today. It had happened that morning at the ministry, if anything so nebulous could be said to happen.
Mr.
It was
Forsen,
nearly 1100,
are you
and in
not
the records
planning to play
department,
any
where
games
Winston
today?
worked,
Anyway,
if you stop
here's
fucking
another.
and
don't
grouping them in
late,
the centre
stop
of the
it.
hall opposite the big
We're
telescreen,
retards.
in preparation for the 2 minutes hate. Winston was just taking his place in one of the middle rows when 2 people whom he knew by sight but had never spoken to came unexpectedly into
I
the
never
room.
read this book, Chad.
One
but
of
I have
them
this book.
was a
Should I read
girl
it?
whom he often passed in the corridors. He did not know her name, but he knew that she worked in the fiction department. Presumably, since he had sometimes seen her with oily hands and carrying a spanner, she had some mechanical job on one of the novel writing machines. She was a bold-looking girl of about 27, with thick hair, a freckled face, and swift, athletic movements. A narrow scarlet sash, emblem of the Junior Anti-Sex League, was wound several times round the waist of her overalls, just tightly enough to bring out the shapeliness of her hips. Winston had disliked her from the very first moment of seeing her. He knew the reason. It was because of the atmosphere of hockey fields and cold baths and community hikes, and general clean-mindedness, which she managed to carry about with her. He disliked nearly all women, and especially the young and pretty ones. It was always the women, and above all the young ones, who were the most bigoted adherents of the party, the swallowers of slogans, the amateur spies and nosers out of unorthodoxy. But this particular girl gave him the impression of being more dangerous than most. Once, when they passed in the corridor, she gave him a quick, sidelong glance which seemed to pierce right into him, and for a moment had filled him with black terror. The idea had even crossed his mind that she might be an agent of the thought police. That, it was true, was very unlikely. Still, he continued to feel a peculiar uneasiness, which had fear mixed up in it, as well as hostility, whenever she was anywhere near him. The other person was a man named O'Brien, a member of the inner party and holder of some post so important and remote that Winston had only a dim idea of its nature. A momentary hush passed over the group of people round the chairs as they saw the black overalls of an inner party member approaching. O'Brien was a large, burly man with a thick neck and a coarse, humorous, brutal face.